order Carnivora, which in Latin means flesh devourers. This is a group of mammals that we talked about on the overview, but we're going to go dive in a little bit deeper, talk about the different groups of the carnivores, and look at what makes those groups unique. So, key characteristics of this group: there's only about 370 species of carnivores. Uh, Now, most of them are carnivores. I should say carnivorans. Most are carnivores, but like we talked about last time, the bears are in this group, and we know that those are omnivorous. And there are some other groups that are omnivores as well. But why did they get into this group in the first place? Well, they have those elongated, um, pointed canines that are conical or cone shaped. Um, Usually, they're oversized uh, and stand out within the actual profile of the jaw. The premolars and molars of carnivorans are also um, kind of sharp on our carnassial, which means that their bite causes the teeth to create kind of a shearing action. So they interlock and they're used for tearing flesh off bone. They usually have relatively large skulls with large brains. The large brains are important to help them with their hunting senses, which include sight, hearing, and smell. They're also missing or have smaller clavicle bones. Clavicle bone is your collarbone. This improves the flexibility of the shoulder itself, but it also prevents the 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 collarbone from breaking when they leap on their prey. Uh, so it's not something they have to worry about. So here are the 12 families of the carnivorans. You've got Canidae, which are the dogs; Felidae, cats; Ursidae, the bears; Procyonidae, which are the raccoons and its relatives. There's some omnivores there. Mustelidae, which are the weasels, badgers, and otters. Mephididae, which are the skunks and stink badgers. Herpestidae, which are the mongooses. Viveridae, which are the civets, genets, and its relatives. Hyenidae, which are the hyenas. And then the other side is the aquatic group, which remember we taught the aquatic group of carnivores are pinnipeds. Uh, they include Artaridae, which are the sea lions and fur seals; Phocidae, the true seals; and Odobenidae, which are the walrus. So we're going to talk about the pinnipeds first. The Pinnipedia is the suborder of aquatic carnivorans. It's made up of 34 different species. Their body has been drastically altered for aquatic life. They have the front and back limbs have been modified into flippers, but they still have nails, which is kind of interesting. But they have a very smooth and streamlined body shape for swimming and catching prey in the oceans. They're found all over the globe, and that includes Arctic and Antarctic regions. They can live there because they have a thick layer of fat between their outer skin and their muscles, which keeps them warm, and that layer of fat is called blubber. Um, and all of them are covered in fur except for a walrus. Kind of interesting. So the three families, we already kind of talked about them. Otarlidae, which are the eared seals, due to a visible ear part, which is called a pinnae. Key word there. You've got Phocidae, which are the earless seals. These are also known as the true seals. And then Odobenidae are the walruses. They've got those elongated canines that make them so easy to identify and stand out. So there are the different groups. You can see here is those pinnae. So if you could see the ears, you can see it here as well. Those are pinnae. Those are visible where these are not. No pinnae here. So this is a true seal. Well, these are like the sea lions, and of course the walrus is easy to see. Um, So family Felidae, we're going to focus on next. Those are the cats. There's 38 species of cats on the planet. They include the largest of the cats in uh, the 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 tigers as well as the house cat. So um, what's interesting with the cat family is they exhibit the most diverse pattern of fur, the fur colors of all terrestrial carnivores. Many of them are very specific to their locations. They also have retractable claws for the most part. There are some, the cheetah, who do not. Usually have strong, flexible forearms for climbing, along with slender, muscular bodies. All species of cat are carnivores. Most of them live solitary lives. African lions are the only cat who live in family groups. They have rough tongues that are covered in bumps called papillae. Those of you who have a cat at home and have been licked by a cat know the sandpaper feel of that tongue. The reason that those are there is they use their tongue for grooming, but also for scraping meat off bone, and also scraping hair away from a carcass as well. Uh, Cats can either purr or roar, but they cannot do both. Um, it all has to do with the structure of their voice box, the larynx. Lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars are the only cats on the planet who can roar. Every other cat purrs. And there's a collection of cats. You can see the wide variety of coats that are specifically designed to help them survive in their environment. Next up is Ursidae, which are your bears. There are 8 species of bears. The brown bears, polar bears, American black, Asiatic black, sun bears, which are the smallest, sloth bears, spectacled bears, and the giant panda. Bears include really the largest terrestrial carnivores on the planet. In the polar bear and grizzly bears. Polar bear's largest, grizzly bears would be second. But the sun bear is the smallest of bears and only weighs between 60 and 145 pounds. Uh, they show a wide variety of feeding styles. You've got the polar bear who lives in the Arctic. That's strictly a carnivore because there is no vegetation. Um, Most of the northern, like the North American bears, as well as like the Asiatic black bear, are omnivorous, where they will scavenge, they will hunt, like a grizzly bear will actually hunt its prey, but also eat quite a few or supplement their diet with quite a few berries and fruits, and which makes them omnivorous. And then you actually have on the other side of the scale, you've got some that are almost completely vegetarian, like the panda that only eats bamboo. There are all of the different bears. You've got the Asiatic black is actually here, Asiatic black. You've got the North American black bear right there. This is a sloth bear. You can see from this little patch of white, but also kind of a fuzzy exterior. Polar bear, everybody knows. Grizzly bear, sun bear, it's right here. This is the spectacled bear. It looks like it's wearing glasses. And then the giant panda, everybody pretty much knows as well. Next up is Canidae. Canidae is your canines. So this includes all of the canines, all 36 living species of them. You can find them on all continents except Antarctica. Include things like foxes, wolves, jackals, and of course the dog itself. Canines are usually characterized by very highly intelligent, which is why they're so easily trained and were domesticated probably first. They have those long muzzles and upright ears, along with the long bushy tails, usually used for communication. And they have very, very strong teeth that, they're used for actually cracking bones and getting into bone marrow. And they're also good at tearing flesh. Uh, Most species of canines live in family groups, which they cooperate to hunt and also socialize. Here is a whole bunch of canines here for you to kind of take a look at. Um, I wish I could tell you I knew every single one of these. I mean, I know some of them: Arctic wolf, gray wolf. Um, this is the African hunting dog, jackal, I think, fennec fox. So, but some of these, I mean, they look so familiar. Arctic fox, coyote, right here. So, I mean, look at this one. This is like a raccoon dog. All right, that is the end of our slideshow. Hopefully, the video that I have planned for you, which is the story of cats from Asia and Africa, will work. The link is on Schoology. I just need someone to try and play it. I've printed off a sheet for you to fill out for the person who plays it. They could do it on paper, just turn it back into the sub. I am stuck at home with COVID. I tested positive on Friday, so hopefully I'll be back next time on Thursday. I'm pretty much getting over it. I was pretty sick this weekend, but now it's just kind of a really bad cold. But hopefully I'll be back on Thursday, and Thursday we talk about primates. But everybody download the video note sheet. You'll turn that in at the end of the period, and I hope you enjoy the video.